Hey traders, this is October 14th, 2013. I'm Sasha Evdokov and welcome to TRADERSFLY TV. Today we're going to talk about trading the non-popular stocks part 2. If you haven't seen my part 1, just go ahead and take a look at the previous days based on my uploads and see the most recent ones. So they're based in chronological order on YouTube or on my website, and you can see how things are uploaded, and you can see that it's in tangent or in sync with the time frame of the stock market. So this is a follow-up through day, and you can't really fake this stuff because they're uploaded when they're uploaded, and I can't fake that on YouTube. So what I want to do today is share with you the follow-through day of what I saw from the previous day and show you the things that are acting well and the things that are acting not so well and what to watch for and what I saw. Okay, so let's take a look from the beginning. We talked about a few different stocks earlier in the previous video. They were SAVE, JOSB, STSI, OCLR, HII, and Rent. Okay, now we talked about SAVE, and we only saw it right here on this up bar, and the volume was higher. I circled this in the previous video. Now today, again, on a follow-through day, look at that. It followed through. What do you know? Isn't that funny? It followed through today on, again, higher than average volume. Let me delete that for you. You can see the average volume here by the white line. And again, you notice it's nearly double the average volume. The previous day was, triple, quadruple the average daily volume. But you can see that this followed through. And imagine that even if you didn't buy it, yesterday or the previous trading day, but you bought it today, and you got in right at the open because you saw that previous heavy day volume, then it went up $1. You sold and took half of your profit, and then you let the rest ride. So now if it comes back to where you bought it, you're already in profit mode. You can't lose. That's how you got to think about this game, okay? Let me share with you the next one, okay? JOSB. We looked at this one. Again, if you would have done it when this trend line broke, okay? Trend line broke, higher volume. It didn't fully follow through. The next day it followed through. Okay, again, higher volume, higher volume, higher volume. Okay, now it continued the previous day. I said again, watch, look at that. For the last few days it's been running. And again, today it followed through again. Okay, you see, now I'm not a fortune teller. I will fully disclose that right away. I am not one to predict stocks. Again, this is a speculation game if you're in the speculating stock segment. Now, if you're trading options and you're doing option spreads, that's a different thing, and we may get into that later. But for now, let me just share with you the momentum of the stocks. So again, this one moved higher as we talked about it, and you can verify that through the recent video. Just take a look at it on YouTube. Then STSI, okay? This one is what concerns me, and this is what you got to watch. I told you I don't really trade the $2 or the low dollar stocks, but you can see that it had higher volume to the upside. Now on this previous day, what you want to see is it opened up higher than the previous close. It went up higher, and what you want it to really do is stay up at the top. But unfortunately today it went lower than what it opened as, even though it closed higher than the previous day close. So that's why it's still a green bar, but unfortunately the ending or the closing wasn't higher forward. Whereas if you take a look at SAVE here, again, it closed higher. You see towards the end over here, it closed at that higher mark. But on this one, it's pushing down. So, for me, if I went in it, like the previous trading day and I got in it, let's say at 213, maybe I took half of my shares off at 230, I probably would close part of my position right now or all of it because I wouldn't want it to drop. It's not acting right. If it's not acting right, I move on. It's simple as that, OCLR, same thing. We talked about that the previous day. I said, look at this, pattern that it's creating, stair-step pattern. And I'll change it to the 30-minute just so you can see it. It's creating this stair-step pattern. The high volume was over here. Stair-step pattern. Again, a low dollar stock that I don't really care to trade. But again, today, pushed higher, moved up, same concept, same principle, only up 7 cents. But the point I want to make across is the principle and the trading style is what you want to see. That's what you want to see. You want to see it going higher into the action. Let's see, we're on HII, Huntington. And over here, this descending trend line, it broke higher, moved up, and now again, today, what do you know? Moved up. It's funny how that works. Now, I'm not a great fortune teller, You know, I'm not even that great of a fantastic stock picker. I'd say I'm a decent money manager. But look, things act the way they act because of cause and effect. That's how it works. That's how this game works. And I mean, you know, if I see these things, they're simple to spot. The only thing you got to do is manage yourself, manage your money, not be greedy about it, sell some as it moves up. And when it goes down and it hits your $70 mark, if you bought it a day or two ago, then just sell it. That's it. It's simple. Okay? And finally, the last one we talked about was rent. Right here, again, it was pushing, and I told you this one wasn't ready, and today it broke. Now, I didn't tweet about it because I mentioned about it in the video. You know, I don't always have time to tweet. I'm either managing my trades or I'm taking the day off, or I'm building courses. I love doing that kind of stuff. I love contributing to other people. That's what I love to do. I love interacting with people and contributing back. That's my thing. I love the education. I think it's the most important thing. And, you know, I told you this one was pushing higher. And what do you know? Today it broke. Now, I will tell you a key of concern. And the key of concern is this lower volume. It broke on lower volume, so it may dip back down. Maybe it'll continue higher on lower volume, and that's perfectly okay. It can do that. But this is a little bit of a slight concern for me, is this lower volume. Now, it did push higher on these higher volume stuff, but this is a concern for me. That's all I will say, is it's a concern. So if I got in it and I took, let's say, a quick little half of my profit and half of my shares off, the minute it goes back down, maybe I would sell or give it a little wiggle room and then sell if need be. But if it continued higher, then maybe I would add a little bit because, you know, it's just a little bit of a concern here. And again, you're managing risk. You're a risk manager. Now, just like I mentioned with rent, I will show you with Apple. Look at this. Look at what's happening. Same thing. It's pushing higher. Now, it didn't break the highs here. Now, yes, you could have gotten into it here and, you know, created your luck, I guess, and moved higher because it moved higher. But, you know, I don't like doing things on luck. So I'm looking at this line next, and if it moves higher, and I would say above the 500 mark, you know, let it make sure it clears that 500, because 500 is a key level. Now, if it was at 440, this line was at 440, then I'd say, you know, if it just went up a couple bucks, then you could buy it. But right here, you know, maybe mark it as an X, that if it moves and pushes higher and it's pushing higher, it might be a good opportunity again to get into the stock, or at least for a short-term trade. You know, and that's just something to look at, because just like rent, you notice it's consolidating and it pushes higher. Same thing with Apple. It's consolidating on this trend line and it's pushing higher a little bit. Now here, I looked at it to the downside. It was moving and it wasn't acting as right. But right now, things can change, and you got to be able to flip on a dime when you're trading. In either case, that's what I wanted to do the recap on today. I wanted to show you and share with you the previous day of the trading the non-popular stocks, but I just wanted to also give you a follow-through video on how to actually trade on a day-to-day basis rather than, you know, just a general tip kind of day. So again, verify this through the previous video if you like, and watch the first one if you're not keeping up with me, or if you're watching this, let's say, 2 months later into the future, just to get some ideas or trading concepts about trading the non-popular stocks. But that's how money is made, and that's what you watch for, and that's what you do. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you took away quite a bit of it. I'm Sasha Evdokov. Thanks for watching. And if you have a stock question that I can answer, just go ahead to my website, fill out a detailed questionnaire contact page, and I will be sure to get back to you as soon as I can, because I love hearing from you guys and I love answering all your questions. That's what everybody gets better. When you ask questions, everybody wins. You know, I'll broadcast them and help everybody out. So thanks again. Thanks for watching. And remember to do what you love, contribute to others, and most importantly, live life abundantly. See you next time.